Welcome back for another video, guys, and today we're going to start doing some decoy reviews. Everybody's getting amped up about duck season starting out, and everybody wants to pick up some new decoys for the season. So I'm going to go over the decoys that I used last year, and last year I partnered with Final Approach, and I got to try out a lot of their decoys, and I got to see a lot of the new stuff that's come out already. So if you guys haven't seen the new decoys from Final Approach, after this video, head over to FA and check those things out. They look really good. But today we're going to take a look at the Last Pass Mallards. Now, I got these kind of middle of the season last year because I finally bit the bullet on them. I was looking at them. At first when I saw them, the size was throwing me off because these are a smaller decoy. And I was like, you know, I don't know. I've got the big ones. I'll use those. I'll see how I like using those in the kayak and in the layout boat and things like that. And then, you know, it took me a couple of weeks in the season. And I'm like, okay, yes, I am getting these little guys. And they're pretty affordable. And I absolutely love these decoys. I almost think I like these better than the bigger ones. So here's my reasoning why. Yes, they're small. That can be a drawback on these decoys. But for me, having some smaller decoys is not a bad thing. Because you guys know, if you've watched the videos, I hunt out of kayaks, I hunt out of a layout boat. And in those smaller boats, space is pretty limited. And with these, I can fit 24 of these in my kayak versus 12 of the other ones. They take up about the same amount of space. So I get twice the amount of decoys on the water with these smaller guys, which it helps out quite a bit. When it comes down to, you know, size, my philosophy is the birds don't quite have that kind of depth perception. I've never had any issues decoying mallards into these decoys. They don't act like something's off when they see a smaller decoy, and small decoys like this have been on the market for years. So I like these because they're really lightweight, they're super packable. I'm able to put them in my kayak and take a whole bunch with me, and that's a big perk for me. The quality's there too. Check out the paint job on this Drake. It might be a little blown out with these lights, but they look fantastic. Nothing was skipped on these, and this is after a season of hunting. They held up amazing. So basically, these come in a 12-pack. They're pretty affordable, and they're super, super, super lightweight. Like, I've got one of the other mallards here. I'm going to do a video on these as well. But here's a size comparison between the two. This one's definitely smaller. It's got a little bit less detail across the back. And, you know, the sides, there's a little bit less detail. But what it makes up for lack of detail, I mean, it still looks fantastic, is the usability, the lightweight, and the durability. These things are fantastic. They're a harder plastic. It's kind of a mix. They got a little bit of squish to them. They always pop back. I didn't have any of them crack or anything like that throughout the season. So here's a look at the hen. Once again, the hen looks awesome. Great paint. And they've worn in really well. So, you know, definitely some paint wear, but like on the hen, it doesn't really matter that much because this is the color of the plastic that the decoy is made out of. And so when that kind of outer layer of paint wears off of some of the high points, it just kind of adds some more feather detail and things of that nature. So I'm not super butthurt about any paint wearing off. And for the price of these decoys, I'm not butthurt if they do wear out quickly because they were very affordable. But yeah, that's the Last Pass Mallard. I absolutely love these things. They're super lightweight, so if you're a guy who backpacks your decoys in, you use like a mesh bag, you could probably fit 24 of these things in a backpack and walk into the marsh. You can fit a crap load of these in a decoy sled, and they're perfect for a kayak. So if you fit into any of those categories, I'd highly suggest checking these things out. I've loved them. I'm going to continue using them. They are going to be some decoys that are always in my spread. Whether they're filling out the spread or if it's just a spread made out of these decoys, really doesn't matter to me. I think the size kind of throws people off. And at Waterfowl Weekend, I was talking to people about these, and they were like, you know, does the size make that big a difference? In all honesty, it really doesn't. I've hunted big honkers over lesser decoys, and I've hunted mallards and other ducks over these decoys. So I just feel like the birds don't really have that depth perception. They're looking for bodies on the water and the colors and everything. So fantastic decoy. I highly recommend this, and it's definitely lasted through a season of use and abuse. And yeah, so if you guys want to check these out, I'll leave a link in the description to them. I really do recommend these things. They've worked great for me. I'm sure they'll work great for you, whether you're trying to save some money or you're trying to pack in light or fit things into a smaller boat. These are a perfect option for you. So if you guys like this video, leave me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because there's tons of content coming out. I'm trying to post a whole bunch in August and get a whole bunch of waterfowl content out there for you guys before the season starts. So that's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next one.